The other thing that has been, guys just seem to elevate their game with this offense with Kenny Atkinson. And again, you wrote an article about Caris LeVert, primary change that has him in the running to be the sixth man of the year. And I don't think anybody would argue Caris LeVert has elevated his game.
He has, and it's interesting, Dave, because I asked Karis about this a little bit in the last couple of days. You know, when Kenny Atkinson got here, so much of the conversation was about, all right, how do we unlock Evan Mobley? How do we make it work between Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell? And so much of the conversation was about player development. Kenny's been really, really good throughout the course of his career in terms of player development. Guys have played under him and gone on to all-star seasons or career seasons because the system that he runs is very player friendly. The system that he runs gets a bunch of different guys involved on a possession to possession basis. And the way that they're used is not predictive. Like defenses don't know who it's going to be on a given possession. Defenses don't know where those shots are going to come from all the time on a given possession. So that level of chaos that the Cavs can create on the offensive end, makes it easier for these guys to flourish, makes it more difficult for the defense. And I asked Karis, I said, hey, when Kenny got here, so much of the conversation about player development was centered on the young guys, Darius, Isaac, Evan, because the belief is young guys are going to get better. The belief is that young guys have different things within their skill set that can be pulled out of them. Whereas, older players, veterans, guys who are on the other side of 30, more considered quote unquote finished products. And Karis said, I don't buy into that notion. Like, this is basketball. Guys can get better if they're after 30 years old. Guys can get better as their career progresses. And I think the way that he's being used within this offense, the freedom that he has within this offense, and the way that he has changed his shot profile. He used to be a mid-range guy, Dave. He's taken 6 total mid-range shots through the first 27 games of this season. He's on pace for a career low there. That's an inefficient shot by NBA standards. So if you take that out of his shot diet and you replace it with a catch and shoot three, an open catch and shoot three that doesn't come off the dribble and Karis having to create for himself because the offense is creating that for him, it just leads to more comfortability and it leads to more efficiency. And that's what you're seeing with Karis.